Welcome back, my dear students. Welcome back, everybody. Today, we are going to talk about a new unit in marketing. This is a new unit. We will handle some the functions of the marketing. What is the function of marketing? Now, in marketing, the manager performs following functions. He performs the research function and the function of physical treatment and the function of facilitating exchange. So those are the functions which are used by the marketing. So those are the functions of marketing here. They are the research function is the first one, which exploring and identifying marketing opportunities. Here we go. Product planning and development. So this is about the research function. The exchange function. So in the exploring and identifying marketing opportunities, it check out what is missing in the market. Where are the weak points? Where are the things, areas that need to be served perfectly? And he moved there and he started to put his 4PS. The second thing is product planning. Like here you see here, product planning, which is a vital important also for the marketing product planning, because in product planning, he tried to check out how will be the marketing within about 5 or 10 or 15 years, or either plan for a short run or midterm or a long run. In the exchange functions, he cared about the buying function and the selling function. He focused on the exchange function here also. He also focused the manager of the marketing department will focus on the functions of physical treatment. Like the standardization and branding, the names of the products, packaging, the packing. And packing is having also a protection function, because it protects the whole contents, like the medicine. It has also a guiding and like it's telling you about the instructions, how to use it, like the medicine. It also has a promotional function, like it show like the perfumes as example. When the packaging looks like nice and cute and very well, all the people will buy this kind of perfume or whatever. So all these also are the functions of the physical, the packaging function, the packaging. Storing and warehousing also is very important function, the storing and the warehousing and transportation. All these are very important as well. So he care about the logistics, by other meaning the logistics of the marketing logistics. Function facilitating how in marketing here in this place, in the sorting and warehousing and transportation, he care about how the goods or services will be delivered to the final user. And finally, we have the function facilitating exchange, like the advertising, pricing, financing, and insurance. So he could also about these 4 points. So here we can put a question now and say, copy text, and I will take my first question today and say, what are the marketing manager functions? What are the marketing manager functions? So this is our first question today. And I will stay here around 5 minutes to get your answers, my dears, to get your answers back. This, like we said, we divided into 4 groups, and each group, like we talked about it just now. And I will stop here for around 5 minutes to get your answers about this question. So here we go. Exploring and identifying marketing opportunities, product planning and development. He share in the product planning through the marketing research and exchange function, the buying, assembling, and manufacturing functions. He share in this also. He share in the selling process. So the exchange function including buying, assembling, and manufacturing functions, and selling process. The physical treatment function include standardization, means make all the products looks alike. Grading and branding. Branding is the brand names, which is very important. Packaging, like we said before, the packaging has many aspects. Like as example, it is a way to protect the product. It's a way to say how we will use the product. Just remember the packages of the medicines or the prescriptions. You will know the components or the ingredients, and it has also a promotional job. Like as example, what you do in the perfumes, things which one looks very beautiful and attractive. It is a promotional then because it increases the sales. Sorting and warehousing also is one of the jobs of the managerial function. Transportation in general, the logistics and the supply chain. He's a part of the supply chain operation, the marketing manager. So to facilitate the exchange of goods or the exchange, we said the marketing is an exchange process to satisfy the needs through an exchange. So he do the advertising. This is a marketing function, pricing, financing. This is very important also because sometimes he need the cash. He need the cash to work, and he also work for the credit sales or whatever. So this and insurance function also is one of the main jobs of the marketing department. Insurance helps to cover the risk involved in exchange of goods and services. Yes, because when we do an insurance, that means we transfer the risk from the company into another third party, which is the insurance company. So in cases of dangerous hazards, risk, in that case, this company, this insurance company, will pay for any risk happen or any dangerous consequences happened to the product. As example, a destruction on a part of a building or a fire happened and it caused damages to some of the products. In that case, the insurance will pay. That's why. So that means that I transfer the risk. What about the marketing, management marketing tasks? What are the tasks of the marketing? Okay. So we have many tasks in marketing department. The first task is regarding the negative demand. I have to change it from negative into positive through conventional marketing, through the conventional market. So I have to do the right part. The latent demand. What is the latent demand? It's a demand inside you, but it doesn't want to show up like you are hesitated or you feel that you want someone to encourage you to buy. So you will develop the demand through the marketing. This we call it developmental marketing. Filtering demand. So we will change it into revitalize demand. So this will be remarketing. Full demand. If there is a demand on your product, you have to keep it contained on it because to reach the top is very difficult. difficult, but to keep on the top and to keep yourself in a good situation with your competence, with your own competitors, to keep on the top, that is highly difficult. So not only to reach the top as to be a number one selling or whatever, no, but keep yourself as number one in selling, the best in selling. So this we call it, this is the objective of the maintenance marketing. So the first type of marketing is conversional marketing. This is associated with a state of negative demand for a product of a service in market. In other words, negative demand exists for a product or service means no one will want to buy it. Like when a substantial or majority consumers show a dislike, they don't want to buy it, and do not patronize. They don't want to buy it. Okay, in that case, you have to change it into a positive. If instead of negative, you have to change it to positive, means to create the demand within these people, or switch these people from they dislike to buy from your product into they like to buy your product. Developmental marketing is associated with the state of latent demand, where a substantial numbers, like I told you before, latent demand means some people who are wishing to buy, but their problem, they have this inside them, but you try to get it out of them. You try to get this demand out of them. The market strongly shared the need for the product or service that does not exist at all. For instance, the growing middle class constitutes a good market for passengers. Cars at affordable prices in India as example. Okay, so those are examples for developmental marketing. Remarketing, the third thing, the third job of the remarketing. You will use the remarketing. When you will use the remarketing, it is associated with a state of faltering demand, a state in which the demand, this faltering is a state in which the demand for a product or service is less than it used to be. The demand for a product or service is less than it used to be, and further decline is expected. So in this case, you will do the remarketing because you want to create more people, create more demand, and so on. Okay, those are some points about also maintenance marketing. Maintenance marketing, like I told you, reaching the top in everything is difficult, but to keep yourself in a good situation comparatively with your own competitors, this is a very hard task. So you have to work on this now. Full demand is a state in which a current level of demand for a product or services is equal to the desired level. But okay, the task of the marketing management is to monitor the demand level continuously and maintain if something drop happened in the sales. He will look why this happened. He will check out why this happened, and he tried to fix this problem. So we will go now to the significance of marketing. The importance of significance means the importance of marketing. The first thing in significance of marketing is form utility. What is the utility? Form utility converts the raw from products into meaningful final product. Thus, customers force marketers to direct production department in terms of specific customer needs satisfaction. So I will see what the client wants and I will produce what the client needs. And this is the form utility. I will see what the client wants and I will produce what he needs. And this is the core of the form utility. Person utility. The person utility fills the gap between the producer and the ultimate customer. Marketing helps to remove the hindrance of person by means of trade. Trade, as a part of marketing, because trade is a part of marketing, plays a major role in establishing the contact between producer as a provider of goods and services and the consumer as user or consumer of these goods and services. So no problem, no problem in contact and communication between the producer and the consumer. By other meaning, the expectation of the consumer regarding the product is in its own place and everything is fine. To satisfy their needs, various traders, namely wholesaler retailers and all agents, operates to provide person utility. Means try always to be on the point of the expectation, the customer expectation, not less than the customer expectation. That's the meaning of it. Exchange utilities. What do you mean by exchange utilities? Marketing helps to bring together the producers of goods ready to sell their goods for money and the consumers of those goods ready to part with their money. By other meaning, purchasing, the purchasing power. So there will be exchange. Exchange of what? We said that the marketing is the to achieve satisfaction of needs and wants through an exchange process. So marketing will help also to facilitate the exchanging process. Okay. Through what? Removing the hindrance of exchange, moreover, with money as the medium of exchange, payment of goods and services. I can pay money in cash, I can pay with credit card, I can pay now, I can pay later on in installment. It's made through banks and so on. So also the finance which the banks offer to the companies to facilitate the exchange, as example, take the money now as a loan, then pay later on and so on. So all these are parts of exchange utilities, and also that's one of the main points, the significance or the importance of the marketing job. Place utility. Place utility in simple means like I'm in a place and you are in another place and we exchange. I'm here in Canada wearing a shirt made in Hong Kong. This is a place utility. Place utility brings the producer of goods and services closer to the customer. Closer to the customer. So this is the meaning of it. Goods may be produced at one place, like I told you, I'm wearing a shirt from Hong Kong, where advantage application in market may be available, whereas the buyer of such goods may be situated as far from that place. So I might be in some place and the customer might be in another place. Time utility. The time between the time of production till the time of consuming or handling the product or service by the consumer, we call it time utility. Like what? Let us see. Like what? Goods are normally produced in anticipation of demand. As such, they are to be stored. Look at the word stored. Stored. This word. Stored. Stored. As long as the demand for the same come up. Like as example, there are kind of liquors when you keep it, store it more time, this you create time utility. There's some kinds of cheese when you store it. This is also time utility. Such stored goods are to be released as when the demand materialize. Okay, this function of storage, the storage and the preservation, we call it time utility, which is the time between the production time and the time between the consuming time or receiving it by the consumer. Knowledge utility. This is very important also. Advertising and sales man help to remove the hindrance of lack of knowledge on the part of the prospective buyer. So I want to buy, as example, this kind of pen, but I don't know very well about it. I don't have any more information about it. So the advertising will tell me how to use it, what are the ingredients, how the components, what to use it with, what are the side effects, or whatever, like the medicine or whatever. Or I want to buy a computer, but I don't understand so much in the computers or the hardware. So advertising might help me, or the salesperson might help me and tell me, this is the way you can use it. You can do it like this, you can do it like that. You can So all this will help in the, okay. Shall stop here for the moment. We have now the utilities, and we talk about the utilities today. We talk about the marketing significance. We talk about the rules of marketing, types of marketing, like the negative, how to conversional marketing. We talk about developmental marketing, remarketing, and maintenance marketing. Shall stop here for the moment, and we'll see you in the next lecture. Thank you so much for being listening to me, and we will handle another topic in the upcoming lecture. Till there, stay safe. See you again. Have a good day, everyone.